Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to The Burning Truth.
Bastard stole my line.
I stole your line.
You stole my line.
Really?
Do you want to do all the fun things here? Well, I'll tell you what. Do the episode on your own for an hour.
I almost have to. I almost have to do an episode by myself. But you're such a meanie. All because you just want to throw your prams out your,
Throw my prams out my toys. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Matt o'clock, and we've been on the air.
It's Matt o'clock!
We've been on the air for less than a minute, and he fucks up. This is why I'm here. You are the Byron Saxton to my Corey Greaves.
Really? Right. Just in case you're wondering, this is a bit of a different episode, folks. As you can probably tell, this episode won't be getting aired live. This is a pre-recorded episode due to our busy scheduling.
Due to our eventful drive tomorrow.
Yes.
Which we now have a CD player and a radio system that works.
More than just that. More than just that.
It's brilliant.
It's a godsend.
And also, the charging kit in the car works, which means no more paperwork.
It's over.
Yeah, so, tomorrow we're in Telford. We're going to watch the Academy. I think the company's called Academy.
Technically, to spruce it up, the Academy Wrestling.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. It's my first viewing. You're familiar with the crowd down there because it's the old EDW stomping ground.
It's sort of, but it's a little bit different because the guys some of the guys who work there are from what used to be EDW, but there's some new faces and everything, and everything's a bit different. So, not sure if the crowd's going to be the same or not. If the crowd's the same, second I turn up, I'm expecting them to either start chanting dance, or please don't stick your arse in my face. One or the other will get shouted. Most likely the latter.
Yeah. So it'll be an interesting day. We've got Ward Graham Thomas down there, who I'm looking forward to watching. It should be interesting. There's a couple of guys that you know that will be performing down there. I will be writing the review of the show, just like I did for NXT. So anyone who checked that out, I hope you enjoyed that.
Aye. I thought you did quite a good job. Unfortunately, I actually originally was going to plan it to do for the Royal Rumble. However,
someone chickened out. He saw the size of the task.
I saw the size of the task, and it was okay. I can do this. I can take it.
And he crumbled. He crumbled quicker than a cookie.
Actually, I'll take that. That's actually not too bad because a cookie can crumble quiet.
But no, it was the first time that I've tried to watch something live and report on it at the same time. And after watching the pre-show, I watched the first match, which, if I'm not mistaken, was Ty Dillinger versus Eric Young out of Sanity.
Yes.
I'm just trying to remember the order of the matches now. And I watched that match. Yes, I had some faults with it, which I noted, but I just wanted to watch the event for what it was, and then I was like, right, I'll put the review up as quick as I can the following day. And that's how we worked it from there. The review went about 8 hours, I think, after the pay-per-view had finished, which I think is good time for in the UK. I also managed to re-watch the event, which is something that's very rare that I do. You know yourself, I won't re-watch an event unless I enjoyed the event.
Or unless you have to.
But I watched it for pleasure and for business purposes.
And I never thought I'd hear you say you're mixing business and pleasure.
As the event, apart from one match, was absolutely solid.
Yeah.
Brilliant kick-off to the year of wrestling.
I can actually tell you the order of the card, if you want.
I could probably tell you the order of the card myself.
What?
So we've got Ty Dillinger, Eric Young.
Yeah.
Then we've got Andre Cien Olmos.
Yeah.
Versus Roderick Strong.
Yes.
Then we've got the Authors of Pain.
Yeah.
Versus DIY. And then you've got Asuka versus Nikki Cross versus Billy Kay versus whatever, Chopsers.
Peyton Royce.
Two people didn't need to be in the match. The match would have been a lot better if it was just Nikki Cross versus Asuka.
Damn right.
But I'll cover that later. And then the main event was Nakamura versus the Glorious One.
Bobby! Woo!
Did he hire that entourage of women from The Godfather? The Godfather would have been proud of that entrance.
Possibly. You know, hey, he's just a cool boy.
I've never, like, The Godfather would, like, come down, like, 3 in a row, not 6 wide.
Down the aisle.
Yeah. And then, all in the ring. Like,
Glorious.
what the fuck's happening here?
And that makes it worse. You got, it was, you got Percy Watson.
What is, right, so, I'm going to start with the glaring hole in the room.
Wait.
What is the point of Percy Watson? What is the point? He spends more time watching the action. It's basically giving someone a free ticket to a monitor on his own. Because he says about 5 words all match.
Then you got Tom Phillips.
Tom Phillips isn't that bad.
He's great. But I couldn't believe that you had Corey Graves having to explain, you know, it's the guy's dream to have multiple women with him in the ring.
You know, Tom might be a good Christian. Bigamy is not something that's practiced. Bobby Roode, however, glorious.
Different story. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that Corey Graves has, a glorious sin. Being sinful is glorious, or something like that. Wasn't it? I think that's what the overall show. Because if I recall, first match you were impressed with the finish.
Which one? The first match?
Yes.
Yes. It was a good finish. It made Ty Dillinger look strong. Now, my problem is, and WWE have just fall straight into their own trap. Because Ty Dillinger debuted at the Rumble.
Yeah.
For the main roster.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean that he's being drafted to Raw or SmackDown?
Or does he go back to NXT?
What happens for me? Because that gimmick is not main roster ready yet. He was at a smart crowd at the Rumble. There wasn't a smart crowd at Raw, and there definitely wasn't a smart crowd at SmackDown.
Yeah.
If there was a smart crowd, Tyler Breeze would be the WWE champion going against John Cena.
For his 26 million.
But no, as good as he is, I don't think he's main roster worthy yet.
Okay.
I think he needs to go back and redefine that gimmick. Because yes, it's good for a smart crowd, but NXT cheers fucking anyone. You could go to NXT and get a decent pop.
What are you implying there?
Oh?
What are you implying there, you get?
Well, you've been retired for 7 months.
I haven't. I've been working hard. Don't give me that look.
Digging holes and taking souls.
Goes quiet, for a response. On a podcast, podcast/broadcast. You're absolutely brilliant, you are.
Yeah, I know. Brilliant.
Where's Yoshi Tatsu?
Do you really want Yoshi?
You have a point. He'll just smile, wave at me, and start nodding.
No, but I thought that was the problem with that match. So the problem I had with that match was, and there was only one little problem, was the constant playing of the numbers game by the announce team.
Too much.
Yeah, just mentioning it a couple of times, and then just let it do its own work. You don't need to keep mentioning that sanity always works in numbers, because there's more focus on sanity working in numbers than there was actually on the calling of the actual match.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it was nice to only see one dive, and it was worthwhile. And neckbreaker.
Oh, the Youngblood, originally called the Youngblood Neckbreaker.
It's a swing shot neckbreaker. Like it's like a reverse flapjack neckbreaker.
It's a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Wheelbarrow into a neckbreaker. He used to do it in TNA ages ago before he changed over to the elbow drop.
Yeah.
And power driver for a short time.
Yeah. But no, it was decent.
It is very decent. I know one match you didn't very much like. I know why. Andre Olmus versus Roderick Strong.
Yeah.
Why?
So, Roderick Strong.
Yeah.
This is probably the worst match of the night. Andre Olmus worked a solid heel match. Like, solid. Put on a nice performance. It didn't take away from the beginning of the match. Like, it didn't take away from the first match, but he built on it. It didn't put on like a 10-star match, but it wasn't like it was a 2-star match. It was a nice 6, it was a nice 7. It was a decent match. Now, my problem with it was that Roderick Strong didn't sell anything. He went indie on it. Whereas Olmus has been selling things. Now, he worked the arm and fine. And then when Strong does a move, he doesn't sell the arm that's hurting at the end. He just top rope backbreaker on Olmus with the fucking hurt arm. He's about $2.10, supposedly, which is really about $1.75 piss wet through. But that's not the point. He's picked $1.75 up with his supposedly bad arm and dropped on the turnbuckle. Where's the selling there? How come he hasn't just kicked it out and then kicked him in the back while he's resting against the turnbuckle?
How much did you say?
$1.75.
$1.80.
Not far off. So that was my problem. And then as soon as the match had ended, throwing his arms up in the air. You got access to a potion? Am I watching Final Fantasy? All status ailments gone. So that was my problem with that match. There was no ring psychology. It was bad. It was bad from Roderick Strong's point of view. He got all the any crowd reaction. No one gave a shit about him.
And he did actually put the work in. He actually looked like a superstar. I thought he did. And the fact that he worked his backside off for it.
But he didn't sell.
No, I mean Olmus.
Yeah.
Olmus had basically worked his backside off to make Strong look good. And then when it came for Strong to make Andre look strong, yeah, it didn't quite, there was it wasn't like a give. It was literally give, take, is how you feel. I can see that. I can definitely see that. I will say what Roger Strong was pulling out was impressive, but straight away you hit the nail on the head. No selling, no nothing. He made Andre look weaker.
Yeah.
When he shouldn't be. At all, and that's something that's going to have to be. Most likely, he's going to get taught very quickly.
If Shawn Michaels is doing some work down there, I think that'll be one of the first things he
pulls up.
Because he's basically just got no selling.
But Shawn Michaels would be a good one because he's a very, very good seller. Now, shall we move on to your star match?
Yeah.
The star match would be the Authors of Pain versus DIY. Oh, we haven't actually been revealing any of the matches, have we?
No.
So,
well, you can read the matches for yourself.
They can read it off straight off for themselves. I thought this match, at first, I thought to myself, this is going to be a bit of a tough match, going to be worked. No. DIY did it.
Like the psychology, like they set the pace out the first 2 or 3 minutes. DIY were going to go for the quick smash and grabs, quick tags, try to use the pace, whereas Authors of Pain
we're just going to be brawlers, slow, take
power
the time,
moves, and try to dissect.
Or dissect. DIY.
And basically just control the match at the pace that they wanted.
Yeah.
Great psychology set out in the first couple of minutes. I thought the dives were a bit overkill by Gargano, where he did both of the dives.
Yeah.
One onto Razor and one onto Hack'em. I thought that was
Hack'em.
Yeah. I thought that was a little bit of an overkill.
Yeah.
Sorry, Akam, not Hack'em. Akam and Razor.
Yep.
But no. I thought that was a bit of overkill where they could have just split it between the two of them.
Yeah.
Because Ciampa is able to.
He is, but I think they were trying to highlight that Johnny Gargano was the quicker of the two, and then when it came to him trying it again,
what I did like was the first attempt at that middle rope spear, where the Officer Pain just swatted him. It was like, get that on, bitch!
Dive in! Net denied!
And the second one where they both took him out, that was a nice spot. Like, in all fairness, that I can't even describe the last 3 minutes of the match. I don't want to try to describe it, because words cannot do the last 3 or 4 minutes of that match justice.
AOS. Chaos.
No, it wasn't chaos.
No, but good chaos. It's a good chaos. It was that pandemonium,
it was basically
excitement.
like a symphony coming to its mezzo, basically coming to forte, and then going to mezzo forte. It was raising the roof off it.
Don't mind me, folks. I'm just looking around for the dictionary.
You know, the match starts off with a mezzo piano, just like a little quiet crescendo, and then they fucking took it up to the triple F of mezzo forte.
Right, where's your thesaurus?
It's musical references, guys. You know, it's like an orchestra. Carefully playing it, they went from quiet to there, and then they took it up to triple F, and anyone who reads sheet music knows that triple F is like really fucking loud, and like where the big bang happens, and that's what the end of it was. It was the big bang all coming together.
Our whole universe, you know. Never mind. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there. Great match. Can't fault it myself. I thought that was one of the matches of the nights. One of.
It was the match of the night.
Asuka defeating.
That match was a complete clusterfuck.
Yeah.
It was a good clusterfuck, but it was a complete clusterfuck.
However, I actually think it ended too quickly.
Yes. Now, my problem is, when you build up all match, that Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, all they want is the title. Why don't you just have one of them lie down?
We had the title!
A la Triple H and Shawn Michaels from 1997 when Shawn had to defend the European Championship against Triple H. They didn't care who won it. I'll lie down for you. Yeah, there you go. Happy title. Sticking it to the man. Why was that not even teased? Why? Asuka was built up as a monster, and that double German was beautiful.
Oh, yeah. I think of beauty that was.
And I even enjoyed the double suplex through the table.
Which, from the looks of it, might have been the reason why they ended it so soon. Supposedly, there has been talk that Nikki Cross got a slight injury from the way the girls slammed her through.
Well, it looked like she went through pretty clean.
Potentially, but the match seemed to end.
Well, as clean as you can go through a table.
The only thing I will say too, if you're gonna have an NXT table there, announce table, and they're gonna go off that table, what was it there for? At the side, was that meant to be for biscuits? Water?
Cupcakes.
Cupcakes. No. Every other night, there's no table there. All of a sudden, the table mysteriously appears just for this fatal four-way out of thin motherfucking hair.
Corey Graves wanted to lie down. It was his goodbye table.
His goodbye table.
Yeah, they were going to put the cakes, the champagne on it. You know, The after party.
In match 4.
The after party was going to take place on that thing. They shouldn't ruin that. But no, I understand where you're coming from. Like, it would have made more sense, like, to put a table up outside the ring and suplex her from the apron out.
Yeah.
But I don't think the women are wanting to do that in NXT yet. If it's the 4 horse women, they probably would have stacked about 10 tables up and gone from the top rope.
Or not as risky as Kevin Owens. But we'll get to that one on the Royal Rumble.
I don't want to talk about the Rumble yet, because I've had a busy week after NXT. I haven't had much chance to watch anything after, so I'll let you describe the Rumble. But I haven't,
as quickly and briefly as possible for you.
I haven't had a chance to properly survey the damage.
I will say, the way the match ended for Asuka, it seemed very quick, sudden, pow, 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 pow.
She's got no challenge, because Ember Moon can knock. Like, they ruined Ember Moon.
Oh, God.
Why have they got her out there in jeans and a t-shirt?
Jeans and a t-shirt, red eyes, and saying, "Oh, speak to the camera." A mystic gimmick, speaking on camera. Idiots!
Like, where's the logic in that? Like, the less that is said with that Ember Moon gimmick to begin with, the better. Like, if you want to cut a promo, it should be like The Undertaker.
Short.
To the point.
To the point. Rest in peace.
Like, that gimmick is of a loner. Do you see Baron Corbin going on anything apart from talking smack and try and give an essay? Even on talking smack, I'm here to make money.
Beat people up.
Beat people up.
Done.
The end.
End of days.
What else do you want? His status gimmick. That's it. Get him out of there.
The only person who gets to talk more because he doesn't think he can get fired is Daniel Bryan. He just doesn't, How many fucks does Daniel Bryan give lately?
None.
Which, if you noticed, they're taking him off talking smack somehow.
They haven't. He was on this week.
Was he on this week?
Yeah. He's got baby fever, and because
right.
He's about 6 months in.
Right. Fair enough. So he's got baby fever. And now he's still giving 0 fucks on talking smack.
I preferred it with JBL on talking smack with Renee Young.
I think, but if you want my honest opinion, I think Renee Young needs to be on the announce team.
No.
For some women's matches.
No.
For some women's matches. No. Okay.
The reason being is that she's got a little bit too comfortable. She's got what I like to call early Nikki Bella syndrome. Before Nikki Bella realised that she needed to up her work, otherwise she was going to lose the spot very quickly.
Fair enough.
When she went on that record run, because she once had that record run if she hadn't her up to a work rate in time. So now that Renee's with Dean Ambrose, she's basically just bringing her logic in, and it's basically just taking it from there. It's like she's just settled on her laurels.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Definitely.
Like, she's got a little bit sloppy at times. And
but she's not the worst
she
at
isn't
it.
on a game as she was to begin with.
Not as much.
She's still good, but I expect better.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Basically, it's like a school report card. It's good, can do better.
Right, that's fine. Now I'm about to break that SmackDown thing. Unless they either have to replace this person with her, just get rid of this person from the announce table team entirely. What a guess! Why?
Rather having them Percy Watson.
Really?
Yeah.
Right. JBL, Mario Ranallo. By God! Mamma mia! David Tonga, how did he kick out of that? Seriously. The man's got one tone for excitement, for shock, for horror, for just talking, describing the match. He's only got one tone. The only time he changes his tone when someone brings up his wife. Tell me I'm wrong.
I would like to tell you the reason why I think he's there, but I can't.
Why?
Because I can't.
Why?
Because I will offend people if I say why.
Ha! That's understandable.
But no, I have a reason why I think he's there, and I think my reason's pretty spot on. But apart from that, I can't mention why.
It's a fairly good reason, but it's crap! It's crap!
Oh yeah, there's better people that can fill the reason on there instead of David Otunga, but of course, because he's married to who he's married to, they're going to give him that spot. But if you look
Shut up.
closely to it,
Enough! Enough!
There's method in my madness.
There is, but somebody give him some goddamn lessons. Oh my God! Mamma mia! How did he kick out of that? He's got no excitement in him. And literally, the match could be going great, and then all of a sudden, boom. Instead of going, oh my God, he kicked out of that. How did he do it? Enthusiasm. How did he kick out of that?
Someone being back Yoshitatsu?
And she shows enthusiasm! Even though he nods. To
the blind camera.
To the blind camera. But anyway, another person. Oh God, no, I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Go on.
No, I'm out. Not bring that argument up.
Go on.
No.
Go on.
Not take him off. Actually give him time to speak and have a personality. Baron Saxon. Give him a personality. No, allow him to speak more. I think it's a bit unfair lately what they've been doing on him.
They basically, if you watch Ride Along shows you what everyone in the company thinks of Byron Saxton.
Yeah.
It's like watching the 40-year-old virgin.
Ooh.
Byron Saxton, listening to Byron Saxton do commentary is like watching the videos that they used to teach you about sex.
No, I just feel a bit unfortunate because he gets picked on quite a bit. On air.
You should find this for source.
What?
They should be able to watch some matches and practice.
That's fine, I agree with you. But I just think he gets beat on a bit. It's a bit too much. It's almost like, okay, he makes a mistake. Pow! One of them jumps on him straight away. Instead of...
What was that? Pow!
Pow! They jump straight onto him straight away.
I get that. Boom, boom,
but the point being is, when Mark Cole makes a mistake, he doesn't get jumped on by Corey Graves, does he? What does he get? He gets Vince McMahon yelling down his heel going, God damn it, Mark Cole, get it right! And plug the bloody network for $9.99.
How much?
For just $9.99.
I didn't realise it was $9.99.
Yep. And then you hear Mark Cole probably at some point going, but Vince, I've already plugged it too much. God damn it, when I say plug it, you plug it. The point being is, I just think if they don't think he's good enough, let his co-workers beat on him less and have somebody in his ear if necessary. I'm not saying body coddle him or anything.
Mother coddling.
Or muddle cuddling. And, just give him some areas where he can improve on and also get him to do some homework. Practice rewatch matches. Rewatch it. Redo.
Well, I hopefully I aren't making this shit up, but when they used to do the WrestleMania Access events, you used to be able to call the matches with one of the commentators, so they used to have a blank recording, like a blank video recording, and you could do the commentary with one of the commentators. Like, they're only 5 or 6 minute matches, but they used to have a commentator sitting like in front of a couple of screens for Access events. I'm hoping I haven't imagined that.
No, they did used to do that. They did used to. I'm not sure if they do.
Surely they should have a couple of rooms like that in the Performance Centre.
Yeah, they should, because that would be an absolute great way to train them up and everything. But I just feel as though This
Could you
is
imagine trying to recall the 1998 King of the Ring Hell in a Cell match?
that couldn't be done twice.
No, but what a match that would be to try to train on. Like, make you listen to the original commentary first.
But you've also got to
be able to call the iconic and feel the iconic spots,
which you wouldn't be able to.
No.
That's the only downside with re-recording. If it's something you haven't seen before, a match you haven't seen, then great, it's even better because then you get to feel.
Well, just go for the archives. There must be loads of matches in that WWE archive that half of the commentators haven't seen.
Yeah, agreed. But anyway, getting back to it, I just feel as though Bound does get picked on a little bit and should be allowed to either try and make his own craft, or if they're going to keep beating down on him and not let him get anywhere, why have him there? Just be beat on.
I could tell you, but I won't.
What is it with you in this reason?
Because it's WWE.
No, but oh God.
But what?
Nothing. I'm not saying it because if I imply it, if I instigate it, I can see legal action, I can see suing, I can see plenty of I can see meeting Bobby.
The Love Sponge.
Not the Love Sponge. No! Moving on.
Right, so you fill everyone in about the Rumble.
Basically, you're on about the Royal Rumble. Well,
Yeah.
there was an actual one more match that we wanted to discuss for NXT, which we didn't get around to because we broke off subject. We'll get straight to it for you. Final match. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Bobby Roode.
You did add the DE on the end. Not Bobby Roode.
Not Bobby Roode. Sounds like from Winnie the Pooh. Christ. TNA do it. WWE's done it. And at one point, I thought Bobby Roode, I thought Bobby Roode was going to do it himself. And he went, dude. I thought, thank God. What did you think of that match? Bobby Roode versus Shinsuke.
Yeah, it was alright.
Told a great story, I thought. The injury angle and everything. It actually made everybody look strong and everything and showcase the next step for Bobby Roode, which is absolutely fantastic. But anyway, we're going to move on to the Royal Rumble, which I'm going to be mostly speaking about because the colleague hasn't actually seen it himself. So with that, I'll do a quick breakdown of the Royal Rumble. Now, as Rumble matches go, I thought we had the pre-show matches with the three matches, which was first one, Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella, Naomi versus Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya. Now, this match I thought was a bit unusual because, yes, it went for 9 minutes 35 seconds long, and I was expecting, more of Alexa Bliss and Mickie James and Natalya to win because Alexa Bliss and Mickie James had just sort of formed together and, got business sorted and everything, which was great. But then all of a sudden, I also understand why Naomi won, which I will say with a pretty impressive split-legged moonsault. Right, which is quite impressive. But I thought the villains were going to win that match. Personally, myself.
Were you hoping?
What?
Were you hoping?
It wasn't hoping. It was just more or less of.
I wanted Mickie win a first match back in all fairness.
What? I was actually expecting that to win because with them actually being just formed, it says quite a bit of them losing the first match together, doesn't it? Are them binds not as strong or something? Puts a bit of a knock on them. But either way, I can see why they've had Naomi get the pinfall on Alexa Bliss to set up her as the new number one contender for the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Moving on. Tag team match for the WWE Tag Team Championship. 2 referees were assigned to the match. Now, I was expecting some big finish where one person cheats, the other one gets caught, catches him out and everything. They ended up finishing the match with a dirty finish somehow. Not even two referees can damn well get it done. But the actual concept of the idea was great, I think. I think coming soon to the pre-show, to the next pre-show is probably possibly tag team match for the WWE World Tag Team Championship. 3 referees assigned!
One on the outside of video, one on the back, and one on the inside.
Pretty much. and they'll still miss it. They'll somehow still miss it.
Just mind-boggling, isn't it?
But I actually like the fact that Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson won the match. It's about time that the club, got what they wanted.
Yeah, it took them long enough.
It took them long enough, and it also sets a bit of a turn between Cesaro and Sheamus, which we'll get onto later. Nia Jax versus Sasha Banks pre-show.
Yeah,
didn't expect Sasha Banks to be on the pre-show. What? Didn't expect it.
It's a hard show to try to fill in.
It was a hard show to fill in, but she was ready. However, the match, they were working it and everything, but then Nia Jax destroying Sasha Banks. A lot of people were saying, well, Sasha was beaten into Nia Jax on Monday, but then come pay-per-view, couldn't even last 5 minutes, lasted 5 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Which feels it's close to a squash match.
Well, she's playing on the injury though, weren't they?
And I will just state this. What culture? Stop saying, oh, look, chopped it to a tit, or chopped it to a breast or to a boob. Come on, it's a chop. Just say it's a chop. We have professionalism here.
You don't say a kick to the balls, do they?
Exactly. Or the other. Well, the point being is, professionalism, guys.
What's that?
Moving on. Bayley versus Charlotte Flair.
Okay.
Thought it was an interesting match. Great. The only thing I think they played too much on this, and this is where I felt sorry for Bayley. They kept playing her down.
Right.
As, she's just a fan.
Bayley's going as, like, for the Daniel Bryan.
I understand that. I understand that, but the problem with the Daniel Bryan build-up, with Daniel Bryan, his was natural. With Bayley, it's like WWE going, oh, she's just one of you. Like, they try and play it up a bit too much. Like as if they're forcing us to recognise her as one of us. But that's not how it works. It needs to be a natural thing. Bayley already is one of us.
So they're not forcing it then, are they?
No, she already is. But they are systematically destroying that by keep saying it. One of the, she's one of them. It seems like it just doesn't seem right.
No.
It didn't feel right, and it was like Charlotte Flair. She's the superior athlete. She's this. She's that.
The super athlete.
And Bayley's just one of you. I want to mind in what culture made a joke of this, thinking, "Oh, Bayley's new gimmick, just Bayley."
It was on the back of a jacket.
What?
It was on the back of a jacket.
Just Bayley. I'm sorry, but no. No, she's not just Bayley. She is Bayley. She is one of the top. She was one of the best NXT women champions. All-round performer. Top-notch superstar. Okay. Yes, it is NXT, which is a bit of a different crowd.
I'm about to point something out. Haven't we only had 5 NXT women's champions?
No, 6.
6. So, call one of the greatest NXT women's champions.
I know. Very short-lived.
When the lineage of the belt is only 6 deep.
Wait. First women's Iron Man match.
What? You're not wrong, But
I'm not wrong, but I do agree that you can't say I'm right either because the lineage isn't there. But it will get there. But the point being is,
who else has won the NXT Women's Championship? So you got Paige.
Paige, Charlotte, Sasha. You've also got Bailey. You got Asuka.
So who's the sixth?
No, it's 5. 5 deep. You're right. 5
In
deep.
how many years?
How many years? I think Asuka's almost says he.
Asuka's nearly at a year.
Yeah.
How long's NXT been going for?
You're really pulling out the memory banks, aren't you now?
Yeah. Well, I know I wanted this, but I'm making you work.
Why are you making me work?
Making you earn your money.
Oh, yeah. I understand that. Seeing as you don't know your own history. 4 years.
Yeah. So that's why.
Anyway, back onto subject. I just think it's a bit unfair that they were just referring to just Bailey. But a lot of people knew what this match was going to be. A lot of people knew that Charlotte Flair was going to be winning this match because they're going to be keeping the streak going and everything. Most likely, she'll be keeping the streak going at Fast Lane, and then most likely losing it in a epic proportional way at WWE WrestleMania. Now, it's going to be a big thing when that happens. Now, I can understand that, but don't just keep referring to Bayley to just Bayley. Because the funny thing about it is, Shawn Michaels hit the point on the pre-show. Shawn Michaels at the point, she's like, you shouldn't just be calling her just Bayley. Because yes, she was just a member of the crowd. But we've all been there. Shawn Michaels turned around and stated he's been the crowd. A good example of this would be Edge. If, Edge, RVD, John Cena, either in the crowd or watching on TV. Near enough every single top superstar that's currently on the roster today at some point was either a fan sitting at home watching WWE or we're watching from the crowd, showing the entertainment side and everything, which is fantastic. But anyway, I understood this match. It needed to be what it was. Bayley's not ready for the championship yet, and Charlotte Flair needs to keep the streak going. So that's happened. Now, this match I thought was quite surprising and was very underrated going into it. Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship, with Chris Jericho suspended in a shark cage above the ring. Thought, great, that's fine, it's going to be great, you're going to be into it. And then they made it no disqualification. I just paused and just went, really? Right, screwy finish is coming up. I think it did call for a screwy finish there, straight away there. As soon as he said no disqualification match now, it's not a regular match, it's no disqualification. I thought to myself, why? Why can't you have someone else, beat Roman Reigns cleanly? Why? But it still provided some entertainment. Right? And I believe my colleague might actually agree with me on this.
Come on.
Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
The idea of the shark cage.
Why? Just ban Jericho from ringside.
No. They tried that.
I know, but if he comes anywhere near, he loses the title.
That's fine, but they did that. Now, you think, how Chris Jericho suspending the shark cage does the trick of keeping him out of the match, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, when they threw in no disqualification, what did you instantly think then?
Strowman.
Me personally, I instantly just went, there's going to be a screwy finish somewhere. There's going to be either a screwy finish.
I was expecting Jericho to chuck Owens some nuts down or something. Some brass nuts. Well,
You instantly expected it. Go on. Guess what happened? Guess what happened?
But no, as I say, I haven't seen the match yet. But that's what I'd expect.
Well-
not like for it to finish on a running. Like if you want to do a screwy finish, you could have Jericho just chuck like all sorts of foreign objects in from like the top of the cage, apart from what you've already told me he's chucked in, which is the knucks.
You know, his scarf, his belt, his shoe buckle.
Handcuffs. Like you could handcuff him to the bottom of the rope or something and kick crap out of him.
Now, I'm going to have to do a bit of a small spoiler here, because this one is one of my rage moments.
Cool.
This is a rage moment for me. Alright? Brass knucks come into play.
Yeah.
Got dropped down. Roman's down. They teased Superman punch from Kevin Owens with the brass knucks.
Yeah.
Laughing my ass off. Nope, doesn't happen. Looks like Roman's going to hit him with a Superman punch. Nope. Eventually, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Kevin Owens decks Roman Reigns cleanly Superman punch with a set of brass knucks. What would you instantly assume?
3 count.
3 count. Why?
Because the Superman punch knocks out most people anyway.
Right, but with brass knucks.
Yeah.
Regardless of if it's Roman Reigns or not. Now, who made that famous on WWE?
William Regal.
William Regal. Who's probably in the back locker room right, watching this match going, no, it's finished, this is.
Steve Austin was raging as well.
I know, I'll get onto that right after. I'll get onto that after.
Another person has fucked his finisher up.
Right. Nails him, goes for the pin. 1, 2, kick out. I'm looking, I'm like, Regal must be having an epileptic fit in the back.
How about Austin though? Just
Wait,
put
wait,
a
wait,
bit
wait.
of stinking mustard on it.
Wait. When did the stunner come into play? Not long after the knocks. So, brass knocks, Superman punch style, and a Stone Cold Stunner won't pin Roman Reigns. And the reason being, Austin gave a good reason why the stunner didn't work. He needs to put more stank on it. Or he needs to be taught how to do it like Austin. Fair enough. But when you hit him with a set of brass knocks, a Stone Cold Stunner, chair shots, big dives and everything,
Shoots him out of a cannon.
then to have that not finish it, it looks like he's about to plow through the a table with a spear. Strowman drags his ass out, choke slams him on the announce table, which I'll just say, ow.
Save.
What? Makes it worse.
Oh.
Table didn't break.
Save the table.
He choke slammed him on the edge of the announce table. Oh, yes. I've never seen your face scream. And you look at him, he's like, I need a chiropractor. Tell me, give me a chiropractor. Thank God it's the end. Thank God it's the end. Throws him in just to take him down, and then 1, 2, 3, they do the finish. I thought to myself, right, I know they're trying to put some emphasis on Roman, but when they have them doing that much to try and beat him, and Strowman comes in and just goes, duh, 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 duh. It destroyed all that work, that beautiful work.
Yeah.
The match itself, the brawling, was very physical. There are certain spots in there I haven't mentioned, which when you do see, you will appreciate and actually just go, oh, that had to hurt. Because
Okay.
there was some risky. All I'll say is, table spot outside and somebody on top. And another one being a chair pyramid. Which, when I saw that get involved, I instantly thought concussion.
Understandable.
Anyway, moving on from that. Neville versus Rich Swann. Nice little storytelling that was. I thought they had, Neville being calling himself the king of the cruiserweights by not doing any cruiserweight stuff.
It reminds me of Jamie Noble. Jamie Noble was a brilliant cruiserweight.
Yeah.
He hardly did any
But
diving.
it was nice to see. But he can do it, but he just chooses not to because it's his body.
That's what we want.
Yeah, that's what we want, and it's clever.
Hmm.
The only thing I didn't like is the finish. I like the actual movie did.
Yeah.
Which looked vicious as hell. Did you actually see do you know what movie he's using now? He's now got a new finisher. The Rings of Saturn.
Right.
And he wrenches Swan back, and I'm thinking to myself,
well, Rich Swan's injured after Monday Night Raw, isn't he?
All I'll say is, after he pulls on his back, I'm thinking to myself, if he pulls in one more notch, am I just gonna see Swan just snapping off?
Like finish off Mortal Kombat.
Finish him! Fatality! Finish him!
But no, I don't want to talk about the Cena AJ Styles match yet. That's what I want to talk about together.
That one, I'm just gonna quickly. I'm not even gonna mention moves. This is how good it is. Cena versus AJ Styles. Watch it. Watch it. It tells a story. If we know the results, if anybody turns around and states that, oh, AJ Styles got buried, rewatch the match.
AJ Styles hasn't been buried. He's been elevated.
No, exactly. He was elevated in this match. Cena was elevated. You need to watch the match to understand why.
If you put Cena through a good match and make him look good like Daniel Bryan did, and if Cena helps make you look good, you get rewarded. Look at Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan did not come off worse after their SummerSlam encounter.
Exactly. And
CM Punk didn't come off worse. Kevin Owens is riding the express train to the top.
Choo-choo!
People who put on and willing to work with John Cena instead of trying to badmouth him usually get a good rub off it.
And it's not just that. I think this match actually allowed them to showcase, and it was absolutely brilliant because it told a story. It's fantastic, and that's what I'm going to say. I'm not even going to mention moves or anything. I want people to. I think this match should be watched, and that's my recommendation on that. How's that for you?
Yeah, but no.
If I'm honest with you, I thought that was match of the night.
Yeah, well, I can imagine it was
match of the night.
But no, the Rumble. I know you're disappointed. We should cover why you're disappointed next week.
I can cover it very quickly.
Go on.
Biggest problem I had with the Rumble: too real loaded.
Oh yeah, with like Goldberg, Orton, Lesnar, Undertaker, all coming in the last 5.
It was literally the last 5. Lesnar. Well, no. The top 4 guys, well, top 3, was Lesnar at 26, Goldberg at 28, Undertaker at 29.
And who came in at 30?
The one that got the most heat.
Enzo, no.
Enzo came in lucky number. What was the one that was meant to be the lucky number?
27.
27. The one that came in at number 30, which pissed a lot of people off. Now, personally, I could turn around and say this could be because somebody else wasn't fulfilling the spot. Somebody had to drop out, potentially. Roman Reigns filled it.
Right.
Now I can see you're confused.
I like it because whoever used to lose the world title match on the night of the Rumble usually got an entry into the Rumble.
He didn't lose a title.
What? No, whoever lost the title match.
Yeah?
Usually got a spot in the Rumble. It was only the last couple of years where they've stopped that.
That's fine. Where's AJ's?
What?
Where's AJ's?
Well, I understand where you're coming from, but there only used to be one world title.
Yeah.
Do you know how many entries Raw had into the Royal Rumble?
The most.
But do you know how many? 19. SmackDown only had 11.
17.
19.
17.
19.
17.
19.
17.
Recheck it.
1, 2.
SmackDown only had 11 entries, which has been confirmed by Daniel Bryan.
17. I've just recounted it.
Go on. So who are you 17?
Big Cass.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Gallagher. Henry. Strowman. Zayn. Big Show. Kofi. Sheamus. Big E. Rusev. Cesaro. Xavier Woods. Lesnar. Enzo. Goldberg. Reigns. 17.
Daniel Bryan even confirmed it on Talking Smack.
1, 2, 3, 4. They messed up.
Who were the 13 SmackDown guys?
Kalisto, Mojo, James, Dean, Baron.
Who? James
Ellsworth.
Right, yeah.
Who I will say took a pretty vicious bump.
Yeah, okay.
Baron Corbin, Miz, Bray Wyatt, Apollo, Randy Orton, Dolph, Luke.
That was only 11.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So you just said there's only 11 SmackDown guys?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if there's only 11 SmackDown guys, that means there was 19 Raw guys.
No, there wasn't.
11 take away 30?
No. I know exactly what you're going to say. 2 guys on there do not come under it. Ty Dillinger.
Yeah.
And The Undertaker. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, it's 11, yeah. I'm being serious.
So you're classing 2 unclassified, whereas Daniel Bryan classed them as Raw superstars?
Yeah, which they shouldn't be. Because Ty Dillinger is NXT, and Undertaker can go wherever the fuck he pleases. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So straight away there, he's unassigned. So there you go. Now, a lot of people were a bit upset that Samoa Joe didn't debut, Finn Balor didn't return, and everything. Now, the problem I had with this was a very heavy-ended Rumble. I think the shock thing with Lesnar and Goldberg was amazing. I think that's good that they actually did that. Undertaker eliminating Goldberg, I thought I expected, but then Roman Reigns eliminating Undertaker. I thought, hang on, won't he meant be having a match against Strowman?
He will have his match.
I think he's going to have his match against Strowman at Fastlane, and then
it'll be at the
Fastlane.
No. Roman Reigns' match against Strowman, I think, will be a WrestleMania match.
Nope, because when he eliminated Undertaker, he literally mouthed to Undertaker, "This is my, I'm the big dog of this yard now, bitch." Which you can see the look on Taker's face of is, "We'll see," with WrestleMania right behind him.
Right, so I think that's a nice spot where we can finish.
I think so.
We'll go through all gossip next week.
We'll go through gossip next week. I did have a point of conversation, which I'll tell you what. I want to hear your views first.
Go on.
No, the fans' views first. Is it good TV when one worker is being unprofessional in the ring with another? Clearly isn't.
There's one occasion where it's been brilliant TV.
Yes, but we'll discuss that. We will discuss that. We will discuss that next week. But the reason why I brought this topic up is there's a certain video clip that went around on Facebook recently. I caught a glimpse of it and it horrified me. It absolutely horrified me. But more on that next week. Clearly. So, any plugs you'd like to get out or care to talk about?
No, that's everything.
Right. There is a few plugs I wanted to get out. One of them being
our interviews next week.
Our interview being next week, which is on February 12th.
Yeah.
Which is a Sunday. Don't know if we're going to be having a regular episode on that week, but I doubt it. So with that, we will be having a Sunday evening, if I'm not mistaken. Or afternoon. What time would you say roughly about?
It will be on anywhere between about 1:30, 3 o'clock.
But but do keep a lookout on our social media over the actual scheduling of that interview. Yeah. We will be revealing that It's going to be quite interesting because we do recommend you do check out the social media because it's very, very vital for this interview.
Yeah, so that'll be an interesting one. You can also follow the lads at UK Wrestle Fanzo,
as always, which is also going to be announcing the UKWA.
Yes, but
we'll discuss
that next week.
We will be discussing that next week, which will be very, very interesting, I think. One company I wanted to bring up, which is come from the subject that we initially started off, which is to do with the Burnsmobile. The old Burnsmobile, there's an old Burnsmobile and a new Burnsmobile. The old one was carted off, and I just want to give a shout out to the guys who actually took the old Burnsmobile and took care of it, which is LA Motors. I think they actually did an absolute fantastic job of coming out and basically doing professional business, and very, very classy and professional. Another one one more I wanted to bring up, which was a band. I do apologise, I haven't got the name offhand. If you just bear with me for a second. Is there anything you'd like to plug? Is there a certain YouTube channel you want to plug, as we always do?
Team Form Star. Not Form, 4 Star.
That's a bit of a slip of the tongue, was it?
Yeah, getting tongue-tied.
Next you'll be saying you'll be ducking, we all better duck.
I'm about to swing left.
That's your favourite thing, isn't it, to say?
Well, I can swing right if you want as well. Don't really bother me, I go with that.
Don't you even dare say that because you'll be implying something. Trust you. I'll tell you what. A band I want to recommend, which is called The New Breed. It's more of a Manchester band that plays in Manchester. I do recommend you check them out. They actually do have a Facebook page, so if you want to look them up.
If we're promoting bands, I'd like to promote the Manklads' latest tour, which is coming. It starts in Stoke, and it's called the Monthly Menstrual Cycle. So they've agreed to play a date once every month. And the tour is called the Menstrual Cycle.
I'm not saying anything to that.
But that's brought to you by the Manklads.
Trust you bring up one of them. Anyway, with that, we do recommend you always check out your local wrestling. We won't be at our regular scheduled programming time next week, which we normally are on a Saturday at 9 o'clock. Unfortunately, next week we are actually visually scheduled for the interview, which is on a Sunday. So please keep an eye out on our social media between the time from starting after 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yep.
Do you agree?
Yeah, that's fine.
So with that, I'm going to say stay safe, stay well, and catch you next week.
Bye, folks.